Rocket Lab has exploded higher plus 15.93% to $98.01, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, June 30th, and this is your complete global market briefing. The market is lacking a clear catalyst today, leading to choppy, two-way price action. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is up plus 1.18%, trading at $7,440.43. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street is getting trampled by an RE sell-off. South Korean market plunges 10%, CNN. NASDAQ 100 climbed plus 2.25% to $29,775. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Palantir joins software stock rally amid semiconductor, tech sell-off. Investors Business Daily. Dow Jones edged higher plus 0.59% to $52,183. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow rises, S&P 500 and NASDAQ slip as RE jitters return ahead of Micron earnings. Yahoo Finance. DAX dipped minus 1.47% to $24,627. This comes as Palantir joins software stock rally amid semiconductor, tech sell-off. Investors Business Daily, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading lower by minus 0.23%, at $10,484. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Rocket Lab made a dramatic move today, surged plus 15.93% to $98.01. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. Commercial success would dramatically expand the addressable market. Space Systems revenue is a growing, predictable revenue base. The SpaceX IPO narrative creates positive sector sentiment that benefits Rocket Lab. TSMC surged plus 5.25% to $455.06 in a significant session. N2 node ramp is the most important near-term catalyst. Demand from Apple, Nvidia, and AMD exceeds current capacity. The geopolitical Taiwan risk is the permanent discount the stock will carry, but the fundamental earnings power is exceptional. Arizona fab progress and U.S. CHIPS Act subsidy clarity are the structural positives. ASML surged plus 4.93% to $1,883.11 in a significant session. High-NA EUV shipments are the growth engine. Demand from TSMC, Samsung, and Intel for the most advanced nodes is exceptional. The backlog visibility is multi-year. China export restriction risk is the key overhang. Any news on high-NA throughput improvements would be a catalyst. Samsung plunged minus 4.86% to $323,000 in a significant session. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as Palantir joins software stock rally amid semiconductor, tech sell-off. Investors Business Daily, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow rises, S&P 500 and NASDAQ slip as RE jitters return ahead of Micron earnings. Yahoo Finance. Turning to commodities. Brent crude climbed to $73.64 per barrel, up 2.29% on the session. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom. QZ.com, adding pressure to energy markets. WTI crude climbed to $70.42 per barrel, up 1.72% on the session. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com, adding pressure to energy markets. Natural gas dropped sharply to $3.17, down 1.83% on the session. This comes as Palantir joins software stock rally amid semiconductor, tech sell-off investors Business Daily, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold dipped to $4,030.50 per troy ounce, down 1.18% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by gold slips as US-Iran tensions spark inflation, rate hike fears. Let us give you our near-term view on Rocket Lab. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Rocket Lab sits around $103.89. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, gaining 0.6% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.33, gaining 0.52% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.79, gaining 0% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold slides as Fed stance, strong dollar outweigh safe haven demand MSN. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We do the research so you do not have to hours of analysis distilled into actionable daily briefings. If that is valuable, please hit the like button. It is the single best way to support independent market analysis and help us reach more investors. Subscribe and turn on notifications for tomorrow's briefing. Drop your view in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish from here? That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.